Hey geeks, Tim Tibbetts with MajorGeeks.com. Today looking at how to fix game security violation detected errors. Looks like this. Has the pound, maybe 7 numbers with a random, 7 zeros with a random number at the end. Note carefully right here where you don't see anything. That works out well. You may have a name of an executable. For example, it might tell you what caused the error. Lighting services.exe. Take note of that. It's very important because the #1 fix for this problem is RGB software. That typically runs LED lighting on your motherboard, on your video card, etc. So this is just a temporary fix. Everything is a temporary fix. This error will go away on its own eventually because it'll probably update the easy anti-cheat software, which is the culprit, or you're going to have to update your RGB software. But if you don't use it, remove it. So anywho, what you can do is press Control-Alt-Delete, click on Task Manager, or press your Windows key plus X for Windows 10 and click Task Manager. Here are some common names: SEL LED V2, RGB Fusion, and Lighting Services. I don't have any of them, but you'll want to find it where it's running. Scroll until you find it. Anything with lighting, RGB, those similar names. And if you have to, go to your computer manufacturer website and find out what the name of it is. Right click, end task, and now you can start up your game. And of course, after the next reboot or the next day, it probably resolves itself. We'll discuss a little bit more of that in just a minute. But Gigabyte, Asus, they're known culprits. We've seen people mentioning uninstalling keyboard and mouse software. No, it's not going to fix anything. It has nothing to do with it. So the unexplainable fix, my personal favorite, because I discovered it. I can't explain it, but it worked. So I closed the game out because it crashed, forced a reset. I'm sorry, I forced it closed, and then I rebooted, figuring it would fix itself. So I run it again. What happens? Nothing. Crashes. So I force it closed, and without rebooting again, I started the game up. It worked. I played for 3 hours, and I'm doing this video 12 hours later, and I just tested it before I came in, and the game's still playing. So why? As we explained, easy anti-cheat may have updated. Your game software may have updated. Your antivirus may have updated, which, So that kind of brings us to #3, which is to make sure your software is up to date. As we mentioned earlier, your motherboard software, if available from the manufacturer, to make sure your RGB software is up to date. Most games update themselves, so there's really not a lot to see here. It's just kind of all ties together, as you can kind of see. So the antivirus software is another interesting one. People keep saying antivirus. I don't think so. Now, an antivirus update, maybe. This antivirus software updates, almost all of them update every day, the definitions. And you've seen stuff get botched. So yes, it's a possibility. Disabling your antivirus, usually a bad idea, but you know whether you can do it or not. So, for example, Windows Defender, you click on the Defender icon, and I have it off already, but I'll turn it on real quick. So, virus and threat protection, you'll click on that. You'll go down to right here, virus and threat protection settings, and click on manage settings, and turn off real-time protection. Don't leave that on for very long. It's hardly worth it. Another thing you can do if you're using Defender, and even if you're not, look for an update button inside your antivirus software. For example, in Defender, though, you'd actually have to go to Updates and Security and run Windows Update. So that's where your antivirus definitions come in. And again, they're almost daily. So all you got to do is go to your Update and Security and check for updates. And if there's an antivirus software, it will let you know. And you might want to reboot just for kicks. And again, most of this stuff comes down to #1 and #2, RGB software, and my favorite unexplainable fix. So there you go. Hopefully we got your problem. If not, leave a comment. It's almost always impossible to get it right the first time. If I have anything to add, I will link to a guide in the video description. And if anybody has any ideas that I miss besides the ones that I tell you don't work, because they don't work, it's not going to do any good to uninstall your there's a lot of people talking about the Razer software, the Razer Cortex. Oh, I had installed. Not going to help you any. But if you have anything that you know worked for a fact, let me know, and I will update our guide to reflect that. As always, click like, subscribe. See you next time.